Hey, so welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thanks for tuning in this week. I want to try to keep my videos a lot shorter, so I'm going to try to keep them under, 5 to 7 minutes, hopefully. But as a quick update, I have been continuing to do my art classes and showing up every day, and I thought I wanted to do something with Etsy, but I think I might end up waiting, and I'll talk about that a little bit more as I dive into this video. So this week, there were 3 things that were kind of standing out. First is joy and relaxation. The other one is selling versus building. And the last one is inspiration versus execution. So diving headfirst into joy and relaxation, this is still something that I struggle to do in my current life. And I think it's just because I'm so used to being very productive all the time, always on, that I am struggling to sort of just sit still and let my mind be at peace. I have been doing meditations in the morning as a routine now, and that has been very helpful in training myself to just sit and be present in the moment. It's also made me realize why this past week and this week I've been struggling to feel happy even though I'm doing more art. And it's simply because I've been spending too much time trying to be productive in art as opposed to allowing myself to be really present and just enjoying that process. So this kind of ties into the second lesson that I am learning this week, which is selling versus building. So I thought that when I was doing my YouTube videos, it might be kind of a nice thing to make some stickers and put them on Etsy so that I can kind of get a little bit of a side income. But this has been a bit of a struggle because it doesn't really feel natural, at least after I did my sticker illustrations. It was fun, but it also wasn't really what I want to do at this very moment. And I think the reason why I had this idea in the first place was because I'm still struggling with the money mindset as an artist. I think there's this bit of anxiety of trying to figure out right now how can I make some income doing art, and trying to justify that. But I think I really just need to let this idea go and feel okay with where I am right now. So this is the idea of selling versus building. This year I've decided to dedicate it to just completely building up my skills in art. And that kind of ties into the third part, but I will get to that in a moment. I think right now I just need to focus on building and making art, so that I can find direction. And this is because when it comes to my art, I'm still asking the questions of, what kind of art do I want to make? Who do I want to do it for? What kind of impact do I want my art to have on others? And I think that if I start worrying about trying to market this a little too much, that I might end up making art that is tailored toward others or what I have in a hypothesis that people might like, as opposed to what is truly coming from myself. And I just want to give myself a little bit of that opportunity to discover a little bit more of who am I when it comes to my art, and then figure out how to sell that and how to get the right audience when it comes to marketing my artwork. So I'm glad that I tried out that Etsy idea where I can make stickers on YouTube and then post it on Etsy, because it turns out I kind of don't really want to do that. And that ties into my last lesson I'm learning is inspiration versus execution. So something that I'm just, kind of processing a little bit more is that ideas and inspiration are pretty much worthless without good execution. I think too often we see pieces of art or movie or things that are put out there that have great concepts and great ideas, but are not well executed and kind of falls short of what we would like to see. But I do think that this is an important area to explore, such as my Etsy idea. It was an idea that seemed good to me at the time, and I explored it, and it was sort of a failure. But that's the whole point of this, is that if I didn't take that idea and do something with it, if I didn't try to execute it, I wouldn't have learned exactly what I needed to do or where I needed to go. And to me, execution has 2 parts. The first is that I want to get better executing my ideas. I want to be able to create that high level work, and I'm willing to sacrifice the time and energy to get there. And the second part of execution is that I'm using it to test out ideas and inspirations and allowing myself to just experiment and explore and even fail. Because it is through multiple failures and multiple trials and errors that I will find the right direction that is meant for me. I think that it is important to constantly be improving and experimenting with your artwork and to constantly be learning. Because essentially, if you stop doing that, then that's the end of your art career. You're basically done and you're ready to shelve that part of your life. I am merely just at the beginning of my career, and while there are so many things that I want to do right now, I know it's going to be quite the journey to get there. And I wake up every day trying to be present and just enjoy this moment right now. So that's essentially all that I have for this week. Quite a lot of things, but it's funny how at the end of the week things always kind of just tie nicely together. And so, yeah. I thank you for tuning in, and if you want to check out my videos next week, then subscribe or turn on the bell notification. Otherwise, thank you so much and have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.